Hi Video Fitness Coach friends, this is Anita Stone with another episode of Anita's Messy Kitchen. Most of my kitchen videos are only about 5 minutes long because I like to show you how to make healthy, low-fat menu items that are fast and easy. Everything I make just about is fast and easy. And this is one of our favorite recipes. It's a layered Mexican bean dip, and you can eat it with, I have here corn tortillas. You could buy some whole wheat tortillas. It's designed to eat cold. You can use it as a dip for baked chips if you want to do that. You can even make your own chips by baking these corn tortillas in the oven. And so I'll show you how easy this is to make. The only thing I've done is got my ingredients out, and I opened the can of beans. Now I'm only going to make a small bean dip today because my larger dish that I usually use has something else in it in the refrigerator. And so when you buy the beans, you'll want to make sure you buy fat-free, okay? So these are fat-free refried beans, and I'm going to put a layer on the bottom of the dish that's not very thick. If you get too many beans, it seems to be too heavy. So I just put maybe a ½ inch at the most on the bottom of the dish. Can you see that? And we always put the heaviest ingredients on the bottom. And so next I will put some cheese that I have left over. Now I know you think probably that these cheeses that come in these jars at the grocery store are very high fat, but I'll tell you what I do with it. First of all, when we eat it, we don't fill a crock pot full of it and eat all of that in one night. But what I do for this brand, for example, this is the Walmart brand, this is 3 grams of fat and 2 tablespoons. When I open this jar, I always spoon out about 1/3 of it and fill the jar with water, the rest of the way with water, and shake it up so that it's pourable. Now what am I doing when I do that? I'm cutting the calories down by 1/3 and the fat down by 1/3 just by doing that, by thinning it out. And also that way, if we pour it over chips or if we dip chips in it, it's a lot thinner and we're not eating as much in each serving. So you'll see I just had a little bit left in that jar, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like that. And I'll put in my sour cream next, and this is fat-free sour cream. Now I'll tell you the brand that I like the best for fat-free sour cream, and it's Target, the Target brand. It's thicker. You'll see that this sour cream is coming out kind of thin, and so if you'll go buy that Target brand, I think you'll be really happy with it. I'm going to put maybe about half of this container in here. So if you bought the small sour cream, that would be just about right. And next, the salsa. Oh, I wanted to show you. If you like a spicier bean dip, you can buy the Fritos brand bean dip. Now this does have just a little bit of fat, not very much. 1 gram of fat per serving. So remember our rule of thumb on fat. Our rule of thumb is if it has more than 3 grams of fat per serving, we don't buy it. Okay? And so now I'm going to put salsa in. And my family makes fun of me because I don't like real spicy food, so I buy mild everything. So this is just mild salsa, maybe a little bit more. I don't measure anything too much, I just throw it in. Okay, now we have our salsa, and we're going to top this with lettuce and cheese. Sometimes I'll cut up a tomato to put on top just to make it pretty, just for color. But you've got your tomatoes in there and the salsa. Now what I don't have today, because I use them and I haven't bought any more. Now I'm not a real big fan of shredded lettuce, but it makes it pretty, and you're getting a little fiber and water there. You know, iceberg lettuce doesn't have too much nutrition, hardly any, but you are getting some fiber and water, and that's good. All right, now the cheese I use, I'm a big fan of this cheese. In fact, I bought 5 bags of this today when I was at the grocery store because they had it on sale for $1.99, and that's a good price for this cheese. This is the Kraft fat-free cheddar. Now, you wouldn't cook with this. It doesn't melt very well, but anything that you put it on like this, it's wonderful. And let me read the label for you on here. 0 fat, of course, and in a 1/4 cup serving, I probably put maybe a 1/2 cup on here, maybe a little bit more, but just in a 1/4 cup serving of this cheese, you're getting 9 grams of protein, plus your dairy, your calcium. And so, put a lot on there. This is good for you. Put on as much as you can. I put this cheese on everything. We just finished our cooking video a few minutes ago with for the chicken chili, and so I have my chicken chili cooking over here on the stove, and so when I eat my chicken chili, I'll pour some of this cheese on the top for some extra protein. And we're finished. If I had, I was going to say I used them all up, but if I had some sliced black olives in a little can, I would throw some black olives on top. But look how pretty that is. I have made this and taken it to a party before several times, and every time I do, it's gone in no time. People just love it. They eat it up. And you could even put a layer of raw onion in here. I'm not a raw onion fan, but my husband would love it if I would do that. And so you could put that in there. Some people put a layer of guacamole. Now, guacamole is good for you, but remember, it does have fat. And so you would have to count that in your fat for the day. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe today, and I guarantee if you make this, your family will love it. And it's low fat, healthy, and it will keep in the refrigerator for a couple of days, not a real long time. It'll tend to get a little bit watery, but it will keep until the next day easily. Well, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of Anita's Messy Kitchen. Bye-bye!